one thing that I've always really cared about, almost to an obsessive point, is how I look. And it's been that way for my entire life, ever since I was a kid. And whether it's how my body looks, how my face looks, how my hair looks, whatever it is, I've always cared about my appearance and how I look to other people and what other people think about how I look, especially when it came to college. And after college, it was all about girls, right? And making sure I looked good for girls and making sure they were attracted to me and all this stuff. And it just became so like obsessive. And I was always checking how I looked in the mirror. Like every time I walked by a mirror, I would look at myself, whether I look at my face, my hair, like fixing something, and just I'd go to the gym like nonstop because I wanted my body to be perfect and whatever. It just became so exhausting. And I came to that realization about a month ago where I just don't want to care about how I look anymore, right? This whole point of going on this self-transformation journey was to work on my character and my heart and my soul and my mind, because those are the things that you will always have, right? Like your physical form will change as time goes on. And as hard as you try to keep yourself in shape, inevitably you'll get older and your body will look different, and it'll be harder to be satisfied with that body and how you look. So I don't want to be so attached to it for the rest of my life. And I'm not saying I don't want to be presentable, right? I want to be clean, I want to be well dressed, but I don't want to be so obsessed about how my hair looks and how my body looks. I want to do everything for myself. I want to stop living for other people, and that's a commitment that I made to myself on this self-transformation journey. Is just live for myself and do the things that I'm doing because I want to do it for myself. And I realized that I didn't like my long hair that much. And yes, I looked good, and everybody else liked it, and people said it looked attractive, but I realized I was only keeping it for other people. Right? For me, it was burdensome. It was bothersome to always fix my hair and get it out of my face and get haircuts, and it would get oily super fast, and I'd have to wear hats because it was so oily and it would get everywhere. And I just realized I wasn't getting much utility out of it, and the only reason that I was keeping it was because I wanted to, maybe date, and like if I saw a girl that I liked, like I'd be more attracted to her if I had the long hair. So when I really think about it, the only reason why I had the long hair is because I wanted it for other people, and I cared like deep down. It wasn't something that bothered me every day, but I kind of knew that deep down it was because I wanted other people to think that I looked good. So yeah, there's probably gonna make some changes in the next couple days because I do need some help doing some things. But yeah, I don't want to be always checking myself in the mirror and like obsessing about how I look. I just don't. It's exhausting, and just want to focus on working on myself as a man. And yeah, this is not an impulsive decision. This is something that I've thought about for the past couple days and that I've had conversations with people with. But if you find yourself being so obsessed with how you look, make sure it's for the right reasons, Make sure you're not doing it for other people or because you care about what other people think about you. Because that gets exhausting. And you're not going to have the body, the face, the hair that you have now forever. And so what happens when that goes away? You can't make it your personality. You can't make it like the one thing that you care so much about, because inevitably it's going to change. So who are you going to be when you don't have those things? And for me, that's what I want to find out. And that's what I've been finding out these past few months. Like it is so important to me. Especially on social media, I see people who who go so hard at the gym to make like these perfect bodies. But like, what happens when they don't have that? And are they just gonna make the gym and their physique their entire personality in their life? Like that's hard because, you know, just it's gonna change. And I just wanna have that feeling of being free from that attachment to my physical appearance. I really believe that will be a freeing feeling, and I will feel much more liberated and myself and at peace. And while the first, few weeks of making the changes to my appearance, which you'll find out later, might be difficult, it will definitely be an adjustment, and I might scare myself looking in the mirror, or I might not want to have pictures taken of me. All these different things that are going to be uncomfortable and that are going to be a huge, huge change because it's never done something like this before in my life. But I want to do it for who I am, and I want to do it so I can continue to become the person that I want to be. I'm nervous, but at the same time, I'm very excited because I really do think it's going to be a great feeling, and there's going to be like a weight lifted off my shoulders, and I can just truly focus on myself, which I believe everybody needs to do. So yeah, that's it for today, and we'll definitely be making a video in the next couple days to show the update and to show what happens. So yeah, peace.